At the risk of being copyrighted, gonna leave that in for a second just to say, Girl in Red. I am obsessed with Girl in Red, and so many lesbian songs. I don't know if she's a lesbian actually. Girls loving girls songs, you know, let's be inclusive. So many songs that I am in love with. Would highly recommend Girl in Red if anyone's looking for some gay shit. If anyone's overplayed King Princess's new album to the point where like you need a break because it's, you know, it's a position we've all been in. Anyway, gonna crack on because that's not the point of this video. So I don't know what this video is going to be called. It's probably going to be like a chatty haul wrap up situation of Thoughtbubble and the things that I got from Thoughtbubble. So Thoughtbubble is a comic convention, like Comic-Con-y type thing in England, but it's usually in Leeds. It was in Harrogate this year and I went for the first time. My best friend always goes, she's been for the last few years. This year I was here and I was like, yes, I would very much like to go. So I just thought I would tell you about the things that I got and show you them because they're very cool and because all of the artists there, not all of them, but quite a lot of artists that are there are like smaller artists, independent artists. You know, they don't get a lot of like publicity or things like that, especially because a lot of them make zines and zines are a very niche, small thing. So I thought I would make this video to kind of give a little bit of light to them. I will link all of them down below, either their websites or Etsy shops, anything like that. You can go and have a look. I waited to make this video until I had read all of them, so that I'm not just going to tell you what I bought, I'm going to tell you if they're good or not. And at the end I'll just tell you like the best ones that I got. So if you I want to get top bar zines and comics and things like that, they'll be the ones to go for. But first, I didn't buy these, I already had them because I've read both of them and loved both of them. So I have this one, Summer by Jillian, Tamaki, Mariko, Tamaki, and Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Mariko, Tamaki, and Rosemary, Velero-O'Connell. I think I said that right. I already had both of these, but all three of these illustrators were there and doing sign-ins, and so I got signatures in all of these books. They were all lovely, like all three of them were absolutely lovely, but Jillian Tamaki was honestly like the loveliest lady I ever met. Like, she was just so nice, and she'd bought these little Canadian cookies for people. She had these like maple syrup cookies and she was just like chatting, and she was just like really lovely. So just on a side note, lovely person, really liked her. So I didn't buy these, but I just wanted to, you know, show them because I did take them with me and get them signed, and I was very excited about that because they're both, this is one of my favourite graphic novels ever, and this is, you know, gay as fuck, which we love, obviously. You're so pretty, it hurts. I'm not talking about boys, I'm talking about girls. And then the other thing I have in that pile of things I didn't buy is this one. So this is Follow Me In by Katrina Chapman, which is like a memoir of her going to Mexico with one of her exes. I didn't take this with me because I didn't know Katrina Chapman was going to be there. However, she was there and I picked up this Highlands travel diary. So I was really excited for this one because obviously I really enjoyed this book, and this is like a little cute travel diary of her time travelling through Inverness to Malay, I don't know if that's how you say it, and back again, and it was just a really sweet little book and I really liked it. What are we doing here? Is Rachel making like a proper YouTube video? So I'm gonna do them like this and fill it behind me. Everything else I bought while I was there, so we'll go into those. So first we'll do the travel ones because I love anything that's comic-y, graphic novel-y, that's to do with travel, non-fiction, anything like that. I only found 3 things that were like more travel-y ones. Well, 4 actually, that one counts. That's a travel one. So I found 4 things that were travel-based, and although that was, you know, less than I was hoping for, they've all been like top-level favourite graphic things that I got when I was at Thoughtbubble, so I'm really happy with them. First one is by Nina Cosford and it is the Trans-Siberian Railway. This is so wonderful. So she did this in a little bag, and in the little bag you got her very cute and adorable business card and also a little poster of the cover, which is really cute. That's not a poster, that's a postcard, not a poster. Anyway, yeah, she was giving those out. I think there's a little sticker in that bag as well, but I didn't get that one. They were really cute. That was a really nice little added thing. And then there was this, which is lovely. This goes through her journey on the Trans-Siberian Railway. She'd always wanted to get it for years and years and years. And it's all about her getting on in Moscow and traveling through to Beijing and like all the things that she sees, like what the cabin's like, the things she takes with her, all that sort of stuff. It's just a little travel-y journal. And I just absolutely love it. Her illustrations are wonderful, really, really talented. And she was just a very lovely person to meet as well. She's very nice. So this was a highlight, very much enjoyed this one. Then we have one I was so excited for. It is called Wild Lives by Claire Hubbard, and this is probably in top 3 of the things that I got while I was at Thoughtbubble. This is the cutest flipping thing ever. So I went over to her stall and I was like, oh, cute animals, I'm gonna look at that. And I opened it immediately to this page, which is all about otters, and there's an otter dressed as a chef. And I was like, I need this. I don't need to look at anything else. I need this. I bought it. And then I went over to my best friend and I was like, you need to buy something. And I just opened it and showed her the otter in a chef costume, and she was like, I need to follow you to wherever you got that and buy it, because that's all you need. And it's just very, very lovely. So Claire Hubbard took a month-long artist residency at the Rayhoy Hills Nature Reserve in the peninsula of Morven on the Scottish West Coast, and it's all about the animals that she saw there, and it's just cute. It's just very, very, very cute, and I loved it very much. And then the other travel-y one that I got was 87,000 Steps, 5 Days in Amsterdam, a travel comic by Christina Bakinski. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. But this is basically about Katrina taking a group of students, because she works at university, taking a group of students to Amsterdam, and then basically like going to galleries around Amsterdam, seeing art around Amsterdam, and just traveling in general. I really, really adored this. I think part of the reason I adored it is that we get to see her interacting with the students, like being at the airport and checkout and having to deal with this many students and act like she knows what she's doing, when really she thinks like, I can't look after myself, let alone all these students, which I'm definitely feeling, as I've been put on a lot of school trips recently, and it is terrifying, the thought of losing one of those children. Oh my god, I am not someone who deserves that kind of responsibility. On that level, very much related to that. Just in general, like the illustrations are beautiful. I went to Amsterdam like 2 or 3 years ago and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so beautiful. So being able to kind of go back to Amsterdam with her in the form of this comic was really, really sweet, and I really enjoyed it. And I also got from her, this isn't a travel one, the travel ones are over now, but this is by Christina as well, and this is Make Your Own Fun, a zine about making zines. And I picked this up because I've always wanted to make a zine, because I just think they're very cute and fun and a nice little cute thing to keep, even if you don't decide to like send them out and, you know, self-publish it or whatever. It's something you can make for yourself. So I decided to pick this up, and it is really, really helpful. It tells you about ways to think of ideas for zines and about the different ways you can fold paper to, you know, make your little book, and about printing zines and things like that. It's just a very, very cute little guide to get you started. And yeah, both of these were wonderful, and I would definitely pick up some more of Christina's work. I am not on a first name basis with her. I'm just scared of saying her second name because I know that I said it wrong before. So these are great. I'm not being funny, but am I like an official YouTuber? Like this display back here, I'm impressed with myself, to be honest. The next one I have is The Girl and the Klim by India Swift and Michael Duke. This one I have only just finished. This was the last one I had to read of all of the books that I got, so I just finished it like half an hour ago, and it's very, 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 very cute. So this is about a little girl who is moving to a new place and she's starting at a new school. It's all about her like being scared of meeting new people, and some people aren't very nice to her. There's not much here, like it's a very short little one, but I think it's obviously because it's independently published. It's actually been published with the help of like people on Patreon and stuff like that, so I think that's why it's like a much smaller edition than you would usually get in like a comic in this kind of style. But it is absolutely beautifully published, and the illustrations are wonderful. The little girl herself is just the cutest little girl ever. I love it when she's decorating her bedroom, and it definitely seems like the kind of graphic novel that I would love. Slow character development about just normal lives. That is my bag and what I like to read in graphic novels. So really, really enjoyed this and would recommend it. The next one I picked up was The Sea Apple, and this is by Sammy Boras. She also was handing out these little free mini comics of My Chemical Bromance, which was very, very cute and nostalgic for me, because me and my best friend were absolutely obsessed with My Chemical Romance, like to an embarrassing level. And so yeah, we were both like, oh my god, takes you back. So read this was quite a like sweet little thing to read, which I liked. And then yeah, I read this one. This was quite nice. It's just a fun little story about two girls who go to an aquarium where their friend works, and yeah, they go around looking for fish and taking pictures, and it's very sweet. It's a nice little one to pass the time. So there's those ones. Next, I got two that I'm going to talk about together. So I got The Foxglove Woods and The Call of the Cops, and these are both by Katie Whittle. These gave me a very Emily Carroll kind of vibe. They're like spooky little stories, and usually I wouldn't actually have picked these up because there aren't any words in them, but I looked at The Foxglove Woods and I actually thought it looked really, really cool, and I'm glad that I did because I really enjoyed it. It only takes like a minute to read, and I love the illustrations. I think they're just absolutely wonderful. I will say I didn't enjoy The Call of the Cops as much, but it was still like a nice read and I enjoyed it enough. Like, it wasn't bad, it just wasn't my fave. I would definitely recommend The Foxglove Woods more. But yeah, read both of those. Very, very sweet, very spooky, good for like Halloweeny time, which we've passed Halloween, but also it is still really dark at night, so it's still kind of spooky. You're so pretty, it hurts. I'm not talking about boys, I'm talking about girls. Next, we have another person that I got two off because I literally couldn't not. I think they are so beautifully illustrated. They are Where No One Goes and Where No One Lives, and these are both by Akira T. These are wonderful. This is my favourite one. Really, really liked this one. So this is about a girl who is kind of talking to her partner in bed, and somehow he ends up in her head and walking through her memories and things like that. It's really, really weird and wacky, but I loved the illustration style and just thought it was very, very cute. Yeah, all the scenes with just her and her partner in bed together I just thought were adorable. And then the other one, Where No One Lives, I really liked the setup of just having a Grim Reaper, like just working on a laptop, drinking coffee, things like that. Yeah, that was a great one. These are a lot more pricey than some of the other ones that I've mentioned, but they are also longer, so that's why. Next, we have Haru Part 1 by Joe Latham, which is cute. Joe Latham actually had quite a lot of little books like this on his stall that I thought looked amazing, and I definitely would go and look them up. However, they didn't have a lot of words in them. So there was one about foxes and there was one about wolves, and the writing was very brief. Like, it was more just illustrations, which I'm not fond of in any sort of like comic-y type thing. I want to still have some words in there and to be able to read something as well as like looking at the pictures. This is the one I ended up going for because this does have writing throughout. This is about the cutest little bird who has a fucking backpack. Like, oh my god, love that. And he's like taking his brother to school, and some people are mean to him at school, and then he goes for like a day out with his friend who's like a little pig. What else do I need, really? Like, that's cute. That's all I need from anything ever. He signed it with the cutest little illustration of a bird, and I love it. And he also gave me his business card, which is the most beautiful business card I've ever seen in my life. Like, that is so cute. I don't know if I'm ruining my display now. I don't know if we can see on the top shelf. But anyway, the next one I got was NPCT issue 1 by Sarah Millman. This is a series. I think she had about either 6 or 8 or something like that on her table. She'd done like a full little graphic novel series in zines, which I think is very, very, very cool, and you don't see that as often. And I decided to pick the first one up and try it and see if I liked it, and then I could pick up more. I did actually quite like it. I would consider buying more of it. It has like an actual story flowing through it, which is really cool, because some zines don't really do that because they don't need to. It's a very short piece of work. It doesn't need to have a story sometimes, but this one does. It seems like it has a really like solid foundation to move off of, so I thought it was really, really cool. And at the beginning you have a really different art style to the rest of the zine as well, so it's like, it's nice, you get like a good range of different types of art and drawing as well. So that was really lovely, and I definitely recommend that one. And also she gave me this little bookmark for free, which is just spooky and gorgeous, really. The next one I picked up was a really, really cool one. The idea of it is taken from an essay and the study that's been done, which I just think is a really cool idea, and it is The Weight of Expectation. This is by Ollie Williams, like the story, and it's also by Jade Sarson, and then Jade Sarson does the illustrations as well. This just goes through different ways that people judge you if you are overweight or bigger than other people, and the kind of shitty situations that can arise from people judging you. It reminded me very much of Hunger by Roxane Gay, and the way that she talks about being treated by society and by people around her, and the way that, you know, her weight is talked about. I thought the illustrations in here were really lovely, and the way that they added people's like inner thoughts about themselves through like having words on their stomach. It was very cheap, and I think it's like lesser in price because they're trying to get the idea out there, which I think is a really, really cool idea. So would recommend that one. Oh, you're so pretty, it hurts. I'm not talking about boys, I'm talking about girls. The next one we have was one that I very much enjoyed, and it was By the Way, I'm Bi, and this is a comic by MJ Wallace. This, I think, is self-published, which is bloody impressive. It's so well published. It looks absolutely gorgeous, so props to you for publishing a very beautiful story. This is all done in black and white, and it is about MJ realising that they are bi, being someone that's in a relationship and sort of running through the situations that go on when they have a boyfriend, because everyone's kind of like, well, you're not bi because you have a boyfriend and blah 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 blah. And I think it's really nice. That's something that I know one of my friends has been through quite a lot, because she didn't realise she was bi until she was with a boy, and so like when she was coming out to people, they kind of found it hard to understand, because they would be like, oh, so are you breaking up with your boyfriend now? Things like that. So I just find this really cool. It covered a lot of things that I know like my friend went through, so it felt quite true. And a lot of the issues that they run into over being bi, discussions of being bi, and things like that, I definitely related to. So this is a really cool one. And also, the person who was running the stall gave me some free Percy Pigs, which Marks and Spencer's vegetarian sweets are the best things in the world, and I was very happy to receive them. So yes, we loved, we liked. That was great. The next one was Doughten Gravy by Caris Lambert. Now I picked this up for a number of reasons that I can, you know, list off to you right now. Gravy was number one. I am very northern and obsessed with gravy. It's a lifestyle choice that I enjoy. Red wine, nice. Popcorn, favourite food. And on the back, it's got Lana Del Rey and Yorkshire puddings on it, which again, northern, and Lana Del Rey is like my life, my everything. So, you know, I felt like this was marketed to me specifically, and I picked it up. And this is Caris going through like anecdotes and little stories of times during her gap year, and it's based on real life. I really liked the art style in here. There's a joke about Lana Del Rey in there, which I feel like my mum would love. She hates Lana Del Rey and thinks she's depressing as fuck. But yeah, there was just so many like cute little things in here, and the illustrations are wonderful. And yeah, it was a cute little read. I enjoyed it. Last of the ones that I've read is one that is up there, like one of the best ones that I got. My best friend got it as well, and she was obsessed with it, as she would be, 'cause she's obsessed with food. But it is Food Baby by Luchie. Is that how we're saying that? I don't know. But this is basically this girl going through her life with food and telling you about little recipes. It's very similar to Relish by Lucy Knisley, but if this was the size of Relish, like if it had been published the same way, if it was the same length and things like that, I think I would definitely prefer this one to Lucy Knisley's one, which is quite a big statement because I really enjoyed that other graphic novel. Like I said, she goes through all these recipes. She goes through one about roasting vegetables, and I actually made that one. I added some halloumi to it because, you know, I'm smart. But it was absolutely delicious. So nice. The recipes themselves are fantastic, just on a side note. But yeah, her illustrations are just absolutely beautiful. She goes through how to make hummus. Oh my god, the section about pimping ramen was my favourite thing ever. The illustrations were so fucking funny. I just absolutely loved it. Would highly recommend this one. It is just so good. So good. So yeah. This is the bomb. Go for that one. And then the last thing I'd show you I haven't read because I didn't realise it was the second one. So it is Kim Reaper. Yeah, this is the second one in a series, which I will definitely be buying the first one for because this sounds like exactly the kind of thing that I would love. So this is about Kim, who is a Grim Reaper, I think, and she is at college or university, something like that, and it sounds like it's kind of about her day-to-day life and also about her relationship with her girlfriend, which we love a gay. Her eyeliner looks fucking killer. I will try and film a little bit of a flick through for you so you can see some of the illustrations, but I'm trying not to look at them too much because obviously I don't want spoilers, but it looks like it is exactly what I would love and exactly up my alley. So I will be getting the first one of this and then probably just reading them back to back because yeah, I just think I'll love it. I thought I would show it you, but I haven't read this one. It's the only thing I haven't read in this video, so you know, give me some credit for that. But yeah, they are all the things that I picked up at Thoughtbubble. I had the loveliest time. Yeah, they're all the things I bought. Oh, I was going to tell you the best ones. So if you want to order any of these, like I said, all of the links to these shops and things like that are going to be in the description box. Oh no, my display is dying. But yeah, I've ruined my display to show you my favourite ones. Top of the list, favourites were Food Baby and Wild Lives. These are fantastic. Would recommend the most. Love these. This one specifically. This is so fucking good. So funny. So yeah, they are the top of the list. Also, these two travel ones were my faves. Making your own zine as well. Just anything Christina does, like, I'm just gonna love it because she's a fantastic illustrator. So would recommend those. This one specifically if you want to know anything about zines because it's very informative. The Girl and the Glim because this is cute as fuck, and I'm definitely going to be following this in the future and getting whatever volumes come out because it does have a little one on it and it does end on a cliffhanger, so there's definitely going to be more going on there. They are the ones that I would recommend if you do want to go and get anything that I mentioned in this video. These are the ones I will go buy right now. So yeah, thank you for watching this kind of weird chatty video. I enjoyed it myself. If you like any of these, if you've read any of these, chat to me down below about it. Or if there's any that you're interested in, let me know and I will see you in my next video. Bye!